It's me. It's me. It's that MATT. Hey, welcome back to another edition of Huge Pop Wrestling Podcast.
It's HP double P.
And I'm also broadcasting over on TikTok right now. If you're not seeing us on either, come and join us.
So I don't know, man. I don't know if you want.
Panda just entered my.
That's good, man. Bring him on. I don't know if we're gonna want to start with what's supposed to be happening on SmackDown tonight, and then get into the beef and potatoes of your attitude era and everybody's misconception of what happened on Wednesday night. So I don't know where you want to go with it, Matt. It's open mic. Let's go.
Well, I want to, before I address your issue, I would like to say thank you for everyone. Panda is McAfee hunting today. Oh, yeah. I understand you're going to SmackDown tonight. That's awesome. But let's just jump in with my take on AEW from Wednesday night.
Go for it. Let's hear
it. In my opinion, AEW, I stayed up. I don't ever stay up for AEW. I watch it the next day because I work at 4 a.m. And I was disappointed. I thought there would be more, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I love the fact that we have the Motor City Machine Guns coming back. I love it. I'm not in love with the fact that we had a Jon Moxley squash match. I don't like that. It did nothing for your pay-per-view in less than 10 days. I hope Tony Khan and the Bucks, I hope they have something that they're going to go and do. I just don't see the direction. And they didn't do anything on Rampage because when you watch tonight, they did nothing. The spoilers are already out there, and I'm sure anyone that's a wrestling fan has already seen the spoilers. So, that being said, the show itself was not trash because it had good matches. That Lucha Bro match was amazing. And that promo between Kenny and Will Ospreay at the end was really good. It was after they went off air. If you haven't seen it, YouTube it. It was back to old school, the old Kenny Omega. But in the whole, it was just a whole lot of jumble, that didn't make sense to me. The Death Triangle versus Empire was awesome. But the rest of it was just, it didn't make sense to me. I mean, were the matches good? Yes. But it didn't, like, some of the stuff just didn't make sense to me.
Fair.
Especially with the whole Punk thing. And I don't get it twisted. I am a CM Punk fan. I've been a Punk fan since he was in ROH. CM Punk has been one of my guys that I've loved. Thank you, Shane. I appreciate it.
Gotcha, me kids.
I just don't like. It should have, that match should have been saved. If they do bring him out for a rematch on next Sunday, what's the point in having that on Wednesday? It did nothing for your storyline. And that's my opinion. I just don't see how it did anything for the Moxley Punk storyline.
Hold on. I hear what you're saying, Matt. But where I'm going is, you wake up the next morning. I didn't get to go to bed that night, about within 30 minutes of the show, and there was hate thrown all over the place towards AEW because of the zucchini squash, yellow squash, butternut squash. I don't give a damn what you call it, squash match, which I don't think it was. It was a quick match. It was I guess you say if that's what you call a squash, I guess that's okay. But the problem I have with all that is we're not there. We're not in the backstage. We don't know what the writers are doing. And by the way, I must tell everybody should know this if they're wrestling fans. The writers are not just Tony Khan. And Tony Khan got his ass reamed by fans because of the Moxley match or the Punk match. But my guy, I'm talking, you got Kenny Omega, you got the Young Bucks back in the back, probably have their hands in what's going on. And I guarantee you, not a spoiler, but I guarantee that something huge will happen that they're all out. They will not make this all out a bad pay-per-view. They're not gonna. They're smarter than what we think they are. Was I happy with? Was I shocked? I can't even say was I mad. I wasn't mad. But was I shocked because of the match? Yeah, it ended way too soon. It didn't make sense. I agree. It didn't make sense.
I think that Punk sincerely got injured.
But my problem with it is the haterade that everybody's throwing her out about Punk.
I think he's sincere.
There's a storyline that everybody should be smart enough to understand. What he did the week before, his trash talk, the interaction they had with Moxley, that set up Wednesday nights. And did it make sense? No, but I bet you it's making sense backstage. And guess what? Everybody's attention. I guarantee you, I bet you a bottom dollar that everybody's gonna turn out to to that all-out pay-per-view. Even the haters on TikTok, they're gonna watch it.
Well, we're not saying we're not gonna watch the product. And to answer your question, Phil, I love the Motor City Machine Guns. Them and oh shit, I'm drawing a blank. I've been up since 2 a.m. Them and Jay Lethal against Wardlow and FTR is going to be freaking awesome. I'm super excited for that. I don't think of course we're going to show up to see what happens, because I want to see what kind of shit show Tony Khan is putting together for that title match.
But see, the thing is, why is everybody hating on Tony Khan? Well, the same people that are hating on Tony Khan.
He owns the company. That's why you can't tell me that Vince McMahon Jr. over there, he wants to be like Vince. He bought a company. He's a fan just like the
far
rest
smarter
of us.
than Vince.
Is he?
At least, yeah.
I don't know.
Why? No, yeah, I believe he is.
I mean, he's younger.
I'm sorry. No, I'm
more
sorry.
in touch. I will say he's more in touch because he is just like the rest of us, a bunch of fans, or like MJF would say, an effing mark.
We are. And I don't care.
If my daddy gave me the money to buy a wrestling program. Hambone, what's up, buddy? We're over on Twitch if you want to check us out too. If my daddy gave me a unlimited budget to buy a wrestling company, I probably would do the same thing too.
Okay, and I get that. I get it. In his back, he has a support cast back in the back that are intelligent people that probably have.
And why aren't they doing the writing?
Do you know that? Do you know that Omega's not doing the writing?
I don't know.
Based on his promo that he cut at the end of the show, I guarantee you Kenny Omega's doing something.
Well, maybe now he is, but he sure as shit hasn't been.
Then answer this question. Then why did we hate on WWE? And oh my God, the savior Triple H came in, and we're all about WWE. And AEW makes one, and I don't even think it was a mistake. Makes one decision to them that made sense, and now we're all complaining about how a 3-minute and 45-second match.
It's not the length of the. I don't have a problem with it being a squash match, but if you do a return match on next Sunday, then to me, in my opinion, you killed your main event, because that should have been your main event to start with.
So you're telling me we're a week away. We're a Rampage, a Dynamite, and a Rampage away from this pay-per-view. You said this yesterday that one Dynamite is not enough. But I bet you what this one Dynamite that we're saying is not enough to build a storyline, and it comes out amazing and huge. I will bet you everybody will jump off the hater train and back onto the liking train and support them because it was one match. Vince has been doing this. Vince has been doing this shit for 3 years.
So this is coming from a guy who sat here and said, Brock Roman, how many times are we going to see this? Well, how many times do we want to see Punk Moxley when Moxley absolutely beat the piss out of him for 5 minutes? One left, cut that nasty ass promo in the back, basically saying he owns everybody in that company, and he walked out.
It's a word, dude. It's a story.
And then and at this point, that story should not include CM Punk. He got his ass beat. He got hurt. He can move on to his next storyline.
Like Hambone said, we've seen Mox and Punkley twice. That's not a so what? That's not a Brock and Roman Reigns. I'm just saying, I don't see where if Moxley showed up, if Punk showed up at All Out, and somehow there's an angle that we're not even thinking about, and that happens. All I'm saying is that is smart. That's best for business. That was intelligent. I don't know. Maybe Hambone's right. Boxing Punk on Wednesday was a bad move. To a lot of people, it might be. But to me, as a wrestling fan, that got my attention, and I'm going to tune in, and I'm going to see what the hell happens. But I'm not going to make a snap decision about the group being a shit show or AEW being garbage on one match that people don't think should have happened.
Someone on my TikTok, Phil, I made the statement, and I agree wholeheartedly. The AEW World Title match should have been at All Out, not Wednesday. But people wanted to see the title off of Punk. That's why they did it, and I agree 100%. Because it didn't belong on on TV like that, in my opinion.
I mean, I agree, Hambone. You know, if casuals tuned in Wednesday to see Mox and Punk because of the rumors, and that's what you give them, I'm gonna let it play out because it's clearly a storyline. It is. There is a storyline that everybody is overlooking. I don't know the storyline. But I bet you Khan, Omega, and the Bucks know the storyline. And it's going to play out.
You killed your championship match.
You didn't, though.
Who the hell is he going to... You going to throw Hangman out there so Moxley can beat the piss out of him, too? Because he did it once already. He's going to do it again. This is another thing that just... blows my mind. I will catch shit because I'm a Bloodline fan and I'm a Roman fan because he's so dominant, but everyone loves himself some Moxley, and he's doing the same thing over on AEW. He's beating the piss out of everybody.
They're building him up to be the beast that he is. That guy's a monster.
But you have a problem with him doing it.
I never said I had a problem with Roman doing it. I have never said that. I've said you get tired of watching that same match 9 times. But like you said, you pointed it out, and I agree. It's a WWE tradition. How many times do you see Hogan matches? You said this, right? You said this. How many times do you see Hogan matches? How many times do you see Roman Reigns matches? It's the same thing. It's a WWE thing. So to see CM Punk and Moxley again the third time. Now, I don't think it should be by themselves. And I don't. I'm not saying they're gonna have to work their ass off to save what they did. I'm not saying that was the best thing they did. I'm just saying stop the hate.
Well, Nightmare
because we were all loving on CM Punk 2 months ago.
Well, Nightmare said something here that makes perfect sense. I didn't mind the match being short. I hated how they built the match and only having a squash match. They didn't. It was too. It just felt like it was too. Oh shit! We don't have enough. Let's try to throw something together, and it we'll start. We're gonna start throwing shit at the wall and see what sticks. That's the way that the whole show felt like that at that point.
That's how I feel when I watch Monday Night Raw up until a month ago. I hated Monday Night Raw until Vince left. Now I can't stand it. Now I like it now because it's going places. But that's what WWE did. That's what Raw did. For 3 hours we had to sit through that same crap.
Now I will hop on that 3 hour long Raw train. I can't stand the fact that we would go 3 hours for every Monday night. I think that's absolutely asinine. I think it's the worst thing that they could have done. And I hope Triple H did say this on Stone Cold's podcast that he wants to get rid of the 3 hours. He wants to go to 2. And I believe they can tell a better story and have better matches and have an actual wrestling show if they went to 2 hours and not sports entertainment that went 3 hours.
Well, before I came live on Twitch, I read this. Moxley said this. This is what Moxley said. But we don't like Moxley either. So you should
I love Mox. I have a goddamn t-shirt. Are you kidding me?
This is what
I mark out for that boy.
Oh, good.
When Wild Thing hits, I'm fucking right there. Pardon my language. I shouldn't have said that on TikTok.
This is what Moxley said. You should choose AEW over that Monday and Friday night crap. And that's exactly it. We're all dissing on AEW because they had one match that sucked in everybody's opinion. WWE has those matches all the freaking time that make no sense. We talk about this all the time. And no, if I'm not, it's not a sexist thing, but when you put a match you thought would be great, let's see, Drew McIntyre, I don't know name of name, Seth Rollins. You put that match, the match before the last one, and then you finish up with a intergender or triple women's tag team match or something that then WWE does that all the time. And I'm like, why do we end the show with that match?
Well,
and those are bad examples. I'm just throwing names out. I'm not saying I don't know exact matches, but I've seen it done.
I don't know. I went, okay, I overhyped it in my own head, I think, because I went to that Battle of the Belts and Rampage earlier this month, and I came away seeing 4 hours of tremendous wrestling. I love the show. There was not a bad match on either card. It was one of the best rampages, and I'm getting this from a lot of different people. And I think, but I built it up to be and it's unfair for me to say this. I think I was building it up as every show should be to that. And that's not that's not fair, because that Rampage, Battle of the Belts, and that Dark was better than that show I watched on Wednesday.
The whole thing?
Yeah. I mean, that's my opinion.
I'll agree with you. The Battle of the Belts was probably I was disappointed with the first 2 Battles of the Belts, and I was like,
I feel we saw the best Battle of the Belts out of the 3 of them.
Right, that was good. I think that you're right. I think the first time, maybe it was because the Rampage show was live, not taped. I don't know. Maybe that was a difference. But and I'm not, Hambo says
thank you, Heel Kevin, for stopping in. Appreciate you.
This was a misstep in my opinion by AEW, but to act like a company is just a mess because of it is silly. WWE has made missteps after missteps for years. I agree. And that's my problem. It's not and I'm not saying that you guys can't have their opinion, because I have my opinion and I'm voicing it, and I can't be mad at everybody else having their opinion. I agree. We have our opinions. But my stand on this whole thing is more probably opposite from a lot of people. I agree. It was a quick match. I agree. If that was the big match, it should have been at the end. But the match at the end was stellar, bro. That was amazing shit at the end. And to finish it off with Omega coming out.
Well, okay.
That was great stuff.
We had one quality match out of the whole night. Two good segments out of the whole night, in my opinion. No, I'll take that back. 3 good segments out of the whole night. That was quality. And these again, strictly my opinion. I feel that that the segment with Jericho at the beginning, that was solid. I know you're not a Y2J fan.
No, but I'm a Danielson fan, so I'm excited for that match. I can't wait till Danielson beats the shit out of him, and finally, hopefully, shuts his ass up.
Not gonna happen, but
you think Jericho's gonna beat Danielson? There's no way.
I'm not saying he's gonna do it clean, but he's gonna.
Jericho can't even beat Orange Cassidy in a punch match. How is he supposed to beat he's not.
So we got that. We have.
Okay, let's stop that talk, right?
No, I'm
just saying.
Yeah, if you would listen to me, I said he's not going to do it clean. He's going to win it, but he's not going to do it clean.
Yeah, exactly. Dumbass Jack Hager coming in. That's what he's going to do.
Sammy Guevara. Anyway, and then I hope
Sammy Guevara turns on his ass.
I enjoyed the post when Moxley was able to speak and cut the promo and like that. I enjoyed that. The promo after he beat the piss out of Punk, that was great. And then the last match was really, I mean, it was the match of the night. I mean, it wasn't easy or it wasn't difficult to become the match of the night because the rest of the matches were garbage. I mean, I don't. Again, I think I overhyped it in my head that AEW should have been more than what they gave us on Wednesday.
Hambone said it from Dave Meltzer. He just reported that they did the match on Dynamite because Mox hated the interim thing. He felt like the all-out main event would be better without having interim hanging over it. And I agree. I don't like the interim championship. I don't like what they're doing.
That's the Tony Khan thing.
I don't like what they're doing. I don't like what they're doing with
Tony Khan.
Yeah, but he's not keeping it on like SmackDown and WWE is doing with the dual belts. That's a Vince thing.
That'll come to a head here.
Okay, so it made it. See, Khan's smarter, and he realized this doesn't make sense. So he quit that 3 weeks, and so now we're going months with the multiple the bulk. No, so yeah,
it doesn't make sense, but yet he did it to Thunder Rosa. Yeah.
You're just a hater. You're just a hater like the rest of them.
Well, no, I'm not hating
because you just said no. You did.
I don't. I just don't get it.
But yet, 2 seconds. No, I'm sorry. If I roll back tape 2 minutes ago, you watched the best wrestling you've ever watched at an AEW.
I did. But yet, you sit here and like Tony Khan did it because Mox didn't like the interim and no one likes the interim. But yet, he's doing it again over here with Thunder Rosa.
And then I'm telling you.
So is everyone going to bitch about that?
I don't know. I didn't have a problem.
Probably not, because it's not your darling Punk or Mox. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't like the women's division AEW anyway. So, I mean,
Well, I don't either because they're not pushing the right person. They're not Ruby Soho should be at least one of the champions. And again, I'm going to catch a lot of heat for whoever's in here. I absolutely do not like Jade Cargill. I don't like her.
I don't like DMD. I like Britt Baker. I hate her. I think it's. I think
she's doing her job.
I think she's over. I think she's overrated. To be honest with you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Hot take for the day from Scotty.
I'm just saying. I think she's overrated. I think I agree with you, Matt. I think they should have pushed Ruby Soho because she came again. I probably get shit from this because Matt will throw this in my face. Tony Khan. I think when she came over from WWE, she left a toxic situation. She came to what she thought was going to be better, and she got shoved under onto the dark matches, under the rug, on stupid shit.
Well, okay,
and
so
it's not who she is.
So let's take a look again. I mean, I'm going way back. Look at all the people.
Mm-hmm.
Who are your champions? Well, you have Mox. Mox is the only former WWE guy that's got a belt over there, right?
Yes.
No, Claudio's got one too.
Yeah.
Now. But he's still owned by Khan. I think the WWF guys or WWE guys that came over, if you noticed, none of them outside of Jericho and Moxley.
I agree, Hammo.
Then none of them are getting pushed. Well, Keith Lee's the only other one, but he's tag team. And I don't know. I don't like the way Tony Khan is handling guys who are instant stars in the business, like a Miro, like Claudio. Well, they had to do it with Claudio.
Miro was hardly a star.
He
was a gimmick over in WWE.
He's a multi-time champion over there. How is he not?
With stupid gimmicks. Well, I'm sorry, stupid
Bulgarian brute. He would. I mean,
I wasn't. Can I say this? I was not a fan of Miro. I haven't been a fan of Miro. I don't like him.
I mean, he was a heel. You're not supposed to like him, right?
Sure. Yep. Fair.
And to quote the great Hambone, you effing Mark.
Fine, call me a Mark. I'll call y'all Marks. We are. We're casual. We're casual wrestling fans that are Marks that have our opinions. So if we look up the definition of Mark, what is it?
It's me. You're looking at it. You are looking at a Mark because I have obnoxious takes about pro wrestling.
And that's what this is, man. I'm glad we had a show like this because you know what?
And Hambone, I might think, oh, hey, I'm going to exit out of this live and I'm going to head over to the Twitch channel. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the likes. I got 2.5K likes on my first live. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much.
But no, I think we're going to be surprised at All Out. And it's going to start. And I know, Matt, I agree. It's how can you possibly build a storyline or build hype for a big match at All Out? And I agree. I'm not saying I don't agree with you on that point. And yes, is it going to be hard? But I have a feeling we're not talking about stupid individuals. They have a plan. I'm sure they have a plan. It was a storyline work. And as fans, let's just watch All Out as fans and be happy that there's a show. I mean, CM Punk is who he is, and Moxley's who he is, and I'm shocked that Moxley's staying around. He, like you said, he had that interview last at the end of the show. He said he can go anywhere. He don't give a shit.
Now, did you watch that promo that Kenny had?
Yes, sir.
I see. That's the Kenny I want to see. I don't want to see this Don Callis, prissy priss bullshit anymore. I
Right.
want to see the cleaner. I want to see the guy who led the Bullet Club for as long as he did.
100%. 100%.
And if he and honestly, if they need to do that to draw guys like me in. If I'm being honest, I need more than John Moxley to get me to watch every single week.
You
know-
mean to tell me you need more than a deranged lunatic walking around the arena with that he could pop off like anything? You need more than that to tune in? I'm tuning in because I want to see what that boy does. I want to see. I even tune into AEW because I'm hoping, and this is going to get shit thrown at me, but I'm hoping that MJF shows back up. And I hate MJF, but I tune in.
I understand why you hate him
because I have respect for him and the character he is, and he is great at what he does. I tune in because I want him to come back. So everybody that hates on AEW because of that match on Wednesday night, I get okay, be upset, but they're going to tune back in. Tony Khan and Mega and the Bucks have their number. They're good. You guys are going to tune back in. If you tell me you're not going to tune back in, you guys are lying to yourself. There you go. You're an AEW fan. You'll never stop being an AEW because I'm right, bro. Just like I was right when Indiana Hoosiers played Kansas State or whoever they played that year.
I'm a casual wrestling fan. I like the product. I like that we're finally getting good from every show.
Yes, I agree. 100%.
I mean, can we
get rid of NXT?
NXT still got some. I mean, they got some good talent there. They just don't. It's true. Well, is Hambone still here? Let me know. Hambone, you still out there? Because this might get you riled up.
Okay. Eddie Kingston as world champion. He'd be fun to watch as the world champion. He's a loose cannon. And I guess maybe I'm an extreme wrestling guy. Maybe I like those hardcore assholes.
Now, Hambone, I'm gonna say this. I love you, brother. I do. And I know your love for HBK. But I don't know if he's the right guy for NXT. I don't know if he's the right guy to be writing for NXT. I would have a great conversation with you about it that'd be something that I'd love to hear your opinion on. I don't know if it's the right fit because I think he would be more geared towards what Hunter's doing in WWE. I think he would help shape the younger, the more experienced younger guys, in my opinion. I don't know if he's the right guy to mold. Yeah, I would have to agree with you with the NXT 2.0 going soft. That multicolored bullshit that they're running right now is garbage. NXT Black and Gold, Hunter's NXT was super good. And guess what we're going to be seeing here shortly? We're going to see Raw and SmackDown Black and Gold.
Now, I tune in. I mean, I'll tune in NXT just to watch the shocks that come because they're doing a good job at throwing a couple good on their 2-hour show, a couple good 5-minute. Oh my God! I mean, when Loomis came back on Tuesday night, that's great. And then you had Ziggler show up several months ago, and when stars pop in there, I'm a Braun Breaker fan. I like that storyline that he's in right now. I just, I started watching Impact on
Okay.
Thursdays, and Impact to me is a better show than NXT.
Where do you? Okay, I'm going to ask this serious question. Where do you watch Impact? Because
Now Matt, I watch it on Philo, Filo, and it's I think I pay like $9 a month. I will see if I can get. I'll send you the password and
okay.
log in. And if you can log in on Philo, put it on your Xbox or whatever. It's PHILO.
Okay.
They had a great barbed wire. They announced a barbed wire match for their big event, Slammiversary, I think it is, on the 29th of September.
Okay.
So,
Well, we stream on our smart TV.
yeah.
So maybe I'll have to. I would see. That's the thing. I have Hulu, and I wish that they had access
Right.
because that way I'd be able. Because I think they still have a New Japan contract, don't they?
Yes.
I
Yep.
wish. See,
New
I would love to watch New Japan.
Because right now it goes on Thursday night. It goes Impact and then New Japan.
I would love to watch that.
And I was like, for $14, I'm like, I want to watch it. Yeah, watchwrestling.in. Yeah, I use those Hambone on pay-per-views, but sometimes they're glitchy because I think there's a lot more people on trying to get on it. So, but no, that's where I'd watch Impact. But so let's talk about the Kenny Omega dogging the hell out of Will Ospreay. That was funny. That was on point. Great stuff.
That's the old Kenny that I loved watching when over in New Japan. That's goodbye and good night, Kenny.
Right. My favorite line of that he said was he called, I guess Will Ospreay called Omega a fragile little bitch. And so Omega comes back and says, maybe I shouldn't have given you a pair of shoes when you still haven't grown out of your diapers. That was a funny statement, and you can see that you could definitely tell there's beef between those guys. That's going to be a huge deal going forward with AEW, and I'm sure the revolving door where Omega will go over to New Japan and do some stuff. But that promo was epic. Moxley's promo was epic. The whole show, it wasn't garbage. It wasn't the best. Yes, but if you want good women's wrestling, watch Impact. Seriously, I'll send that to you. Okay.
All right.
But we want to talk. I'm just gonna ask this question. We talked about Roman Reigns, and we've thrown Kenny Omega's name out there. What is your opinion? Is it the women's is over there is Donna Perazzi, Mia Yim, Taya, Jordan Grace, Trish Steele, great women's division. So yeah, watch that. But your opinion, Omega versus Roman Reigns. Who is the better? Who's better?
If you're talking not athlete, if you're talking, see, they're the polar opposites in my opinion, because you have the absolute monster in Roman. If they're shoot fighting, if you're shoot fighting, I'm taking Roman every day, all day long, because he's just an absolute freak of nature.
Right.
But if you're sports entertaining, and if we're fantasy booking, I think Kenny wins if you're fantasy booking.
I'd take, I didn't realize all this stuff. Did some digging. I agree. One guy says Roman Reigns finisher is a spear. It's generic. Everybody does a spear, and there's several people that do the spear. Kenny Omega created his own finisher, right?
Oh yeah, it's the one-winged angel. And honestly, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, I play a lot of WWE 2K22. My finisher, any guess?
One-winged angel.
Yeah, I think it's a badass finishing move.
Yeah. I mean, belt reign. Kenny Omega blows Roman Reigns out of the water.
Well, length.
Length. Yeah.
Well, no, because we're talking over close to 800 days for Roman, aren't we?
Kenny Omega has 700 plus, so I don't know.
I think Roman I know is over 700.
I have to look this up. Keep talking.
Now is Hambone still in here? Yeah, he got to be the only other person that's got a question actually. What is Tessa Blanchard doing? I don't really do a lot of deep dive digging and stuff that I need to start watching more independent wrestling. I think I need to start watching more of the smaller shows and seeing what else is out there. Before he left, Rack gave me a bunch of shows to go check out. So,
But Roman, their belt reign, match ratings. Who has the better match?
okay, now hold on. By whose standard?
I want your stand. I want your opinion.
Now, one of my all-time favorite matches is Kenny versus Jericho Tokyo Dome at Wrestle Kingdom.
That was good.
They tore the house down. That was probably one of my all-time. It was the Rainmaker versus the Cleaner. And thank you for that, Hambone. That's good to know about Tessa. But no, that Kenny got amazing skills, amazing mic skills. He's just not. And the reason he never made it in the WWE is because of Vince. Because Vince, you look at everyone outside of Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold was even a big guy, like Jack, and I mean, outside of HBK and Brett, there always been some and Punk. I guess Punk wasn't that big either, but it was all of Vince's guys were just jacked. Batista, I'm sorry, I forgot about Rey Mysterio. There's another guy who will hold and Eddie. Wow, there's more than I thought. Anyway, I'm debunking my own theory here as we go. But no, Kenny didn't sign, or they didn't sign Kenny because he didn't have the body for WWE. And we should be thankful that happened, because I feel if Kenny signs or gets signed by WWE, we wouldn't have the Elite, or we would have the Elite minus. I mean, we'd probably still have the Young Bucks, but we wouldn't have the Kenny dynamic, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I just think Reigns is huge. I like Roman Reigns. I wasn't a fan of Roman Reigns until he came back 2 years ago and Paul Heyman was sitting in the locker room and blah blah blah.
I'm a Paul Heyman guy.
Then I became a fan of that. I wasn't really a Omega fan until AEW came out. I think I had his Funko Pop from New Japan Wrestling. I was excited about that, but I'm impressed with the guy. I think he's a great worker. I think he's awesome on the mic. I think his ring skills are superb. His titles that he's held shows that he's good. Overall, I would have to pick Omega over Reigns. Because he has a lot of different matches. It's not the same thing. And that's not Roman Reigns' fault. I'm not saying that. It's the writer's fault. Yes, he was. He's great at the Bullet Club. The only time I didn't like Kenny Omega, and I don't think it was I didn't like Kenny Omega, I hate Don Callis. I like that, but that to me that was like a weird situation with Don Callis, and but again, like I said earlier in the show, AEW did that, and I came back every week because I wanted to see what Don. And I said this. I said, I wonder what Don Callis is going to do next. So, I just can't stand him, man. No offense to you, Mr. Hambone, but I'm not a fan of Don Callis. I'm really not. Just not. I did like to see. Was it Kip Saban that came back? Kip. Who was that?
Sabian.
Kip Saban.
Saban.
Yeah, yeah. That was awesome. That part was awesome. But anyways, got sidetracked. The part I hated. I didn't hate, but I was like confused with was the Omega when he was with Callis.
Yes, Hambone. Yes. Best part about wrestling is there's something for everybody.
Yes, and I'm going to give you a props, Hambone, because every TikTok video I watch of yours, or comments you make, people. I mean, I've been spouting out the mouth for the last 45 minutes. I have my opinion. Matt has his opinion. You have your opinion, and we're still at the end of the day, friends. There's some people on TikTok though that I was like, whatever you say, it's if you say anything that's different than that, it gets toxic. But Hambone, you're not like that. I appreciate that. You make the community cool.
I think as a community, like those people, those people that can't have a difference in the opinions and everything with somebody else without it getting pissed off and red in the face about it. Those people need to take a step back and realize that we are in an era right now where there is something for everybody. There is, if you're a WWE big production guy, you have that. If you are someone who likes guys who should be given an opportunity, like over in AEW, you have that. You have the smaller companies like TNA, like what used to be ROH, but they're becoming more big. I feel anyway because of the association and the fact that Tony owns them too. You have the guys like GCW, and I honestly wish I could watch more of that. I wish I had a way of watching more GCW because Matt Cardona is a freak from the YouTube videos I've seen, and I would love to be able to watch him more. But like you said, Hambone, there's something for everybody. Let's just enjoy this era of wrestling and not be assholes about it.
And I guess that's what I was trying to say, man. I cannot say you're my brother. A lot of your points you made, man, I agree with. My main complaint was how toxic it got, and we weren't wrestling fans. We were, but everybody was cutting everybody that loved AEW down, and I was just getting frustrated about that. But let's not. I guess let's not miss the finish line. Let's not miss why we do this, right? I think that's what you just said. We do it because we love wrestling. We watch it every week because we love it. We talk about it. We create podcasts about it because we love it. And we're able to, and I think this is one of our better, I'll be honest, Hambone might disagree because he's the only one watching, but I feel this is the best podcast we've had because we're able to just shoot stuff at each other. And that's what we should do as fans. We should be able to bounce our opinions off each other.
Absolutely. I think
right.
Yeah,
I agree.
Hambone, exactly. We had. I mean, there's always going to be that one guy or that one woman who is a Karen or a Chad or whatever that now my opinion is right and yours is wrong. And as a casual wrestling fan, I need to not get heated over that.
Right.
Be like, all right, fine, swipe. I don't
Yeah.
need that.
Absolutely.
You know, and I think we as a group, or not as a group, we have to understand that not everyone's gonna, you know,
Yeah.
we have that option. Swipe.
Right. Swipe. Yep.
And
So-
just like if you don't like AEW, don't watch it.
Right. So we got SmackDown tonight. A lot of our boys off the committee, well, several boys out of the committee will be there in Detroit at the Little Caesars Arena.
And Bones Boss will be there.
Ricochet, yeah, Hambo, you got a boss, man, huh?
Nah, Ham Bones. I don't know. Are you an affiliate with them yet?
I thought the Drip God was his own boss.
I think Drip God is his own boss.
I thought that's what's true. I thought, I mean, the way you walk around with that clothes you wear, and those
Hey man, he's got drip for
he
days.
does. He
bro.
got drip for days.
I love that Razor jacket. By
You
the
don't
way.
need a boss, man.
He is the boss.
Well, we got Ricochet versus Happy Corbin tonight. I hope the Ricochet beats the piss out of Happy Corbin. I can't. That's one guy. I will say this: he's probably one of the better heels out there because he does what he has to do. But I just don't. I don't know. He like the.
That's awesome.
Then we have Ronda Rousey is suspended. I'm a fan of Ronda Rousey. I think she's a female version of Moxley that comes in and beats the shit out of whoever she wants to and doesn't care.
Now I'm gonna say this, Hambone. Hostile takeover. You gonna just make it the Hambone company?
We'll all come in. We'll take it all over.
Yeah.
We'll come with our black and white T-shirts and our NWO or HAM. We're taking over.
You know who I am, but you don't know why
I'm here. We ought to raid his freaking stream tonight. We ought to just.
Well, no, Panda's not going live. He's going to be in at Little
that's right.
Caesars tonight. He's going live tomorrow, so I might have to jump
gotta-
in there.
I'll shoot him a message on TikTok. You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here. You know, then we got Johnny Gargano. I wonder what's gonna happen with Johnny Gargano tonight. Is he gonna get more of a huge pop that he did the first night?
Is he slated to be there tonight?
Yeah. So who knows?
Well, I'll be watching with Husky and Dad Hat for the first hour. I was given permission for the first hour to go live. So when you're married, you gotta ask permission.
You got permission granted, right?
Well,
So
I asked her the other night when she was impaired, and she claimed that she doesn't remember. So
well, maybe she doesn't. So we're a huge pop wrestling podcast. That's my boy MATT. Congratulations, Matt, on your 1,000. Look forward to popping in your lives. I have to get in the box and see if you'll let this toxic brother of yours in there to share his opinions.
I think next time we might have to simulcast the whole podcast on just give them a free episode, free episode, and because we can both go live and they'll be able to hear us talk. And
yep, we'll still go live on Twitch and we'll have our cameras on for so next week it'll be not Monday. I'm on vacation. It'll be Thursday or Friday. Probably Friday.
Next Friday.
Yeah,
next Friday we got the dumpster coming in.
We take the trash out next Friday.
Yes.
And there'll be a lot of trash. There'll be a lot of trash on the screen on Friday. That's all I gotta say. Duke the Dumpster Drozie's coming. I appreciate the Wrestling Box for sponsoring us. The code Huge Pop will get you 15% off your mystery box. It's
well, buy a shirt, Hambone.
We also got our merch. If you look on our TikTok, our Twitch thing, you'll scroll down, you'll see our shirts, our cup, our mouse pads. Yeah, Hambone, go buy a shirt. Be a drip god. Buy our shirt.
Buy a shirt.
Buy a shirt. So this is Huge Pop Wrestling Podcast. I'm Scott, and this is
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. HP Podcast proudly brings to you one half of its TikTok Tag Team Champions of the World. It's me. It's that MATT. And riding with me today, is the SCO double T.
Twitch,
That's just too sweet.
acknowledge us.
Hey, is Roman going to be in the building tonight?
Peace out, bro.